Now with the science of you and something so many yearn for, getting better sleep.
Look, if this is a game, we are world champions at this, by the way. Stress is often getting in the way of a good night's sleep. Changing things like seasons as well change. The light, you know, when we change the clock and the light's different. Travel can also play. Becky is here with some help. Hey, Becky, so what have you got for us?
Sam, you know, if you wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning tossing and turning, trying to get back to sleep, well, I'm your comrade. It is the worst, and it turns out there's one possible culprit. Cortisol kicking in too early and too strong. I set out to do battle with this foe and help us all sleep through the night.
3:27 a.m. I should be asleep, but instead...
When is my dentist appointment? Why did I say that to Linda?
I can't get back to sleep. And sleep psychologist Janet Kennedy says it's a common complaint, leaving people
frustrated, angry, anxious, ruminating, worried, desperate, hot.
Monkey brain?
For sure. Racing thoughts, all of those things.
One cause could be cortisol. You see, the body secretes the hormone melatonin at night to help us fall asleep, and then it increases levels of the hormone cortisol in the morning to help us wake up as a part of our normal circadian rhythm. But if cortisol levels are out of whack, it could disrupt sleep and even keep us from falling back asleep.
The waking up itself is not the problem. You wake up whether you're aware of it or not. But the problem comes in when you're unable to go back to sleep in a reasonable amount of time.
For women, changes in estrogen and progesterone, say around perimenopause, may upset cortisol patterns or otherwise impact sleep. Talking to your doctor about hormone replacement therapy could be a starting point. Other tips that Kennedy gives her clients?
The first thing you do if you're up in the middle of the night is you sit up. So our thoughts are scarier. They're harder to manage when we're lying down. When we sit up, we get our defenses back. We get our rational thought back.
She suggests a cold pack for your forehead if you can't make monkey brain stop.
It slows down the thoughts that are pinging around in there. And it also has the bonus of helping to lower your core body temperature, which signals that it's time to sleep.
And she says let go of the anxiety that many of us have about our sleep.
Forget about perfection. Forget about those banner 5-star nights. We're talking about good enough being the goal here. The more you chase sleep, the faster it runs away.
Let go and let sleep. But let's talk about the practical steps around reducing stress and your stress about sleep. I love my sleep tracker. I use the Aura or the Apple Watch. It gives me data that supports the good enough idea of sleep. But for some people, all that data stresses them out.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Avoid any added stress about your sleep. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think because you're sleep warriors, like Sam said.
Yeah. Sleep trackers? Do you guys? You do.
Yeah.
You both do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stress you out?
It does, but I'm a glutton for punishment or
But
something.
it also lets me know that it's like, this is okay. I can maybe get in a 15-minute nap.
Yeah.
That seems doable.
I just don't like it when you think you've had a good night's sleep and then you read the data and you're like, how dare you?
That bothers me too. I don't like that.
Okay, Becky, what about supplements? Is there anything that can help, like melatonin or something else?
You know, Dr. Kennedy says she doesn't recommend using melatonin supplements except when you're on a flight and you're dealing with jet lag. She doesn't recommend THC or CBD to directly improve sleep, but if people find that CBD relaxes them, many people do, she says take a tincture instead of gummies, which can take longer to kick in. I think the bigger picture is figuring out why cortisol may be spiking too early in the morning. Is there a way to manage your stressors during the day, meditation, exercise, self-care? But one of the biggest things that doctors suggest for sleep trouble is actually therapy, talking to a therapist, trying to tame monkey brain before it kicks in, guys.
I love that.
What about 3-year-olds?
Yeah. How do you keep them in bed?
Or morning television? I recommend neither of those for sleep.
My best night's sleeper after like a long walk in the afternoon. I know I get that exercise in and I sleep better every time.
Yep, agreed.
I try to get rid of my phone. Try being the operative word.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
terrible
all
at it.
chasing sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.